Shri Parasakthi Vidyalaya Cbse Class 6th Subject English.
Good morning and welcome back to 6th English online class, my dear students. Today we are going to see grammar part, chapter 14, active and passive voice. Active and passive voice. When the subject of a sentence does the action, the sentence is said to be in the active voice. When the subject of a sentence does the action, the sentence is said to be in the active voice. When the subject of a sentence has the action done to it, it acts as the object. The sentence is said to be in the passive voice. We use an active verb to say what the subject does. We use an active verb to say what the subject does. First one, the boys run a race. The boys run a race. Your father trusts you. Mr. Verma will buy a new house. The gardener watered the plants. Farmers were plucking the fields. Mother had made a delicious cake. We use a passive verb to say what happens to the subject. A race is run by the boys. A race is run by the boys. You are trusted by your father. A new house will be bought by Mr. Verma. The plants were watered by the gardener. The fields were being plucked by farmers. A delicious cake has been made by mother. The following changes take place when we transform a sentence from the active into the passive voice. The object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. The subject in the active voice becomes by plus agent in the passive voice. Next, page number 76. The verb in the active voice is changed according to the table given below. You have to memorize this active voice and passive voice table. Okay. Let's move to 15th chapter. You have to write the answer in the book bag exercise and see the answer. Let's see, move to the 15th chapter, direct and indirect speech. If we want to tell somebody what Binny said, we can do this in two ways. We can repeat Binny's words. Binny said, I am feeling unwell. This is called direct speech. We can report Binny's words indirectly. Binny said that she was feeling unwell. This is called indirect or reported speech. Binny said that she was feeling unwell. The word that can be omitted in the indirect speech, Binny said she was feeling unwell. In order to report the speaker's words, indirectly the following changes are made. Suitable changes are made in the personal pronouns. He said to her, I am your uncle. I am your uncle. He said to her, I am your uncle. He told her that he was her uncle. He told her that he was her uncle. Devan said to Anu, you are my best friend. Devan told Anu that she was his best friend. The present form of a verb is changed into past. Is changed into was, or is changed into were. Do, does changed into did. Has, have, had. Okay. Will changed into would, can, could, go, went, like, liked, want, wanted. The past form in indirect speech is changed into the past perfect, had plus verb 3. Binny said, I worked hard to get good marks. Binny said, I worked hard to get good marks. Binny said she had worked hard to get good marks. Page number 83. We use said in indirect speech. In the indirect speech, we use said or told to object. We use said or told plus object. Naman said, I am hungry. Naman said that he was hungry. This is indirect speech, okay? This is the correct answer. And Naman told that he was hungry. This is the wrong answer. Naman told me that he was hungry. This is the correct answer. Naman told to me that he was hungry. This is the correct wrong answer. Points to remember, we never use told without an object. To report a simple statement, we can omit that in the indirect speech. Diya said, I want to learn music. Diya said that she wanted to learn music. Neelu said to me, my mom is not feeling well. Neelu said to is changed into told. Okay. Neelu told me that her mom was not feeling well. If the reported verb is in the past tense, verb 1 is changed into verb 2. Verb 2 is changed into had plus verb 3. Words of nearness are generally changed into words of distance. This is changed into that, now, then, here, there, ago, before, these, those, today, that day, yesterday, the previous day, tomorrow, the next day, next week, the following week, last night, the previous night. But such changes can be avoided in the sense. Becomes clear even without their use. You have to memorize this distance, okay? Next, page number 84, test yourself. You see the book back exercise and write the answers. Let's move to the chapter 16. Page number 88. Now we see chapter 16, sentence, phrase and class. A sentence is a group of words that has at least one subject and one predicate and makes complete sense. The subject is the part of the sentence which names the person or thing we are speaking about. The predicate is the part of the sentence which tells predicates something about the subject. The part of a sentence leaving out the subject is the predicate. Dancing is the subject. Predicate is a good exercise. Dancing is a good exercise. Here the subject is dancing is a good exercise is predicate. This movie is very interesting. This movie is subject is very interesting is predicate. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady here. Slow and steady is the subject. Wins the race is the predicate. The subject of a sentence usually comes first, but sometimes it is put after the predicate as. Down went Jack and Jill. Down went Jack and Jill. Here, Jack and Jill is predicate. Sweet are the use of adversity. The uses of adversity is the predicate. In imperative sentence, the subject is understood as sit down. Here, the subject you is understood. Thank you. Here, the subject I is understood. In exclamations, the subject and a part of the predicate are understood as shocking. It is shocking. Well done. That was well done. No more of that. Let us have no more of that. Next, page number 89. Test yourself. You see the book back exercise and write the answers. Let's move to the chapter 17. Next, page number 91. Chapter 17. Classes of time and condition. A class is a sentence that is part of a bigger sentence. It has a subject and predicate of its own. A time class is a class that mentions the time of action. Time classes begin with linking words such as before, if, until, till, after, while, when, as soon as, etc. Point to remember, we never use future tense in a time class. In a time class, we should use simple present tense even if the main class is in simple future tense. Look at the following sentence carefully. Main class, time class. Main class, the crops will die. Time class, before the rains fall. The crops will die. This is the main class. Before the rains fall is time class. Before here mentions the time. We shall light the fire. Main class, we shall light the fire. When it gets gold, gets is the time. She will start weeping as soon as she sees you. The following sentences are incorrect. Can you say why? The crops will fail before the rains will fall. We shall light the fire when it will get gold. She will chop vegetables while you will mop the floor. I will arrive at the station before the train will come. Dad will not forgive you until you will feel sorry for your mistake. Point to remember, we never use will shall in a time class. Next, page number 92. Test yourself. You see the book back exercises and write the answers. Thank you, students.